Here is a 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy in Sierra Burgundy with premium nappa leather in the interior. What's new this year, some pros and cons, and we're going to touch bases on some of the rivals. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and in the front with LED headlights and LED accent lights that go into the satin aluminum grille that is unique to the Calligraphy. The XRT will get a matte black, and on the lower trim keeps the satin aluminum with 8 inches of clearance. And all trims will receive a 3.8 liter V6 with 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 19 mpgs for the city, 26 mpgs for the highway, unique 20-inch multi-spoke wheels for the Calligraphy. The XRT will get their own styling for 20-inch, and the fenders flared out just a touch, but when you go Calligraphy, you're looking for luxury, and they don't stress with that. Instead of giving you chrome, they do satin aluminum across the window treatment and on the lower skirt. Up to 5,000 pounds of towing, 1,650 pounds payload, C-structure, turn signals that's integrated on the side view mirror cap, color key, power folding, and comparing this against the Kia Telluride, the rear of the vehicle is really going to change a lot of the style aesthetic, especially the LED tail lights and the way the roof spoiler integrates into this rear window. The lower bit gets the same dual exhaust outlets that's housed, satin aluminum that's going to brush around because this is the Calligraphy. Front and rear parking sensors, a 360-degree reverse camera, but the smartest thing that Hyundai has done is they've integrated the camera here for your digital rear view mirror, so it's pretty much flush with the bumper, making it a little bit more usable. And comparing this to the new Mazda CX-90, payload is going to be more here, same towing. This is going to be more luxurious on the exterior, where that one's going to look a little bit more sporty. Power liftgate going into 18 cubic feet of storage. We're gonna have to move all these goodies. Underneath the floor, you get some storage areas that you can put the privacy cover in for the jack. 12-volt charger, upgraded Harman Kardon. Split fold the third row at a 40-60 split. That's gonna increase the cargo to 45.8 cubic feet. Do the same thing to the captain chairs, and now increase cargo to 86.4 cubic feet. It does sit up a little bit higher from the way the bumper is. Let's go inside, start up this V6 so you can hear that exhaust note. Premium nappa leather, 18-way power seat adjustment, heated, ventilated, massage, memory for the driver, 10-way power seat adjustment for the passenger. Headroom and leg room. It's a deep and wide footwell, which it should be because it's a larger SUV, with a pass-through and a 12-volt to give optimal storage. The dashboard starts off with 2 digital screens, a 10.25 standard navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming, Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse, and we have a 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory with 3D view that you can just kind of slide all around the vehicle so you can see any imperfections around it while you're doing your reverse. On this side, you can zoom in and you can zoom out. Going into tri-climate control settings, and this is a touchpad right here. Not a big fan of the push to put it into gear, but it cleans up the center cluster. The key fob for the Palisade. Push this, and you have your cup holders, QI wireless charger, USB. Slide this here, and it will open up to a large storage pocket, or just simply push it so you have your cup holders. The dashboard gets the pattern design, and you get satin aluminum that's running over the whole middle trim for the air vents. It's going to be a little bit more sporty. Opens up with a storage tray. It's a deep storage pocket with USB and 12-volt. 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel, multi-function with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. The paddles, gloss black, comes onto the stocks, and a 10.25 digital gauge cluster that can go through an array of information for the driver, including turn-by-turn navigation. In the driver mode select, when you change, it will also change the gauge cluster layout. When you put it into sport, it looks a little bit more dynamic. When you use your indicators, you can also see the camera on whichever side you put the indicator. A cloth headliner with a sunroof and a panel for the second and third row. Digital rear view mirror where you can do your auto dimming, and the door panels configure it together with the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, and you get the leather that's going to be around pretty much everywhere it needs to be. One touch up and down for the windows, it's acoustic for the front and the windscreen. A large storage pocket with a beverage holder carved out in the center. And a little ASMR so you can see what that pattern looks like. For the second row, headroom and leg room. These seats move forward so you can give optimal space for the third row, and you can slide them all the way back. They also recline so you can have more of a relaxed ride, in which they recline quite a bit. And the Calligraphy is the only one that gets the wing headrest, which tailor to your head like pillows. Third climate control, heated and ventilated second row. Home plug, 12 volt, USB behind both of the front seats with storage behind both of the front seats. Air vents in the ceiling with the soft materials. The door panel gets the manual sunshade here. I would have liked to see a power sunshade. And the door panel will have the same materials that's found in the front, so you'll get that quilted look that goes throughout with the aluminum mesh cup holders on the top and another flask holder on the bottom, and it's soft to touch. I enter to the third row, push the button, slide forward a little bit, and you can slide right in. I'm gonna try to push this all the way back. And that'll be the leg room for somebody that's over 6 foot tall. Cup holders on both sides. Heated third row. Electronically adjust the seat back for a reclined position with a USB. Air vents are going to be in the ceiling with the window pushed back a little bit, and headroom sitting into the sides is going to be good. Sliding over to the center. It's not going to change anything for headroom. Legroom is going to be shared a little bit more so because this bulges out, but in shoulder space will also be tight, but this is quite normal for a third row SUV. 3.8 liter V6, 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. Here we go. It's quick. And when you're considering the amount of luxury amenities that you get, this goes past infinity for the QX60. You will have a little bit more leg and headroom for the third row, but you're getting heated and ventilated seats for the first and second row when you go Calligraphy, and you're saving about $10,000 to $15,000, which is quite a bit for a full luxury vehicle. Heads-up display is huge. You can see everything with or without polarized glasses. The gauge cluster and the screen is large enough. And I kind of like the way they did the gloss black, just integrating the two screens. It's going to take me to some pros and cons, starting with the pros. In the second row, when you go Calligraphy, you get the wing for the headrest. It's the only trim that options it, which it's basically like a pillow, similar to Mercedes or BMW. On a con, I wish it had power adjustment for the sun shades, because we're already over $50,000. Once you start getting into the Calligraphy, you need that. Turn radius at a stop point is gonna receive 2 lanes. Let's rock and roll. It's one of those fun to drive vehicles too when you are pushing on it, because this is front wheel drive. You can feel the tires spinning a little bit more so because these are also larger wheels. But that's not really going to be a con to me. That's going to be more of a fun factor. Another pro is when you use the indicators, you not only have blind spot, but you have it in the gauge cluster where it shows you the camera, so you're always taken care of with safety. The seats are comfortable, massage seat for the driver, so it makes it a lot more desirable for a long journey. And the third row gets heated rear seats, which is not something normal at this price point. Typically, you got to go to BMW and Mercedes-Benz to get that, and you're getting it in Hyundai. Towing isn't bad, 5,000 pounds. Infiniti will be more. The new Mazda CX-90 is going to be the tightest fit for third row. The second row is about the same, but you're going to have a little bit more soft materials found throughout. I like how they integrate the leather into the door panels here, because that's not going to be the case with any of their rivals. Yet again, you'll have to go up to a BMW and Mercedes. So you're getting quite a bit of value. The suspension is a little firm, but when you're going over imperfections at a higher speed, even with these wheels, it soaks it up pretty good. At a lower speed, you're gonna feel it a little bit more so. New this year is a Calligraphy Black Edition, which gives some black aesthetics throughout the exterior, so it's gonna be a little bit more unique. But really, if you're looking to get that luxury blend with some performance, Calligraphy ticks the box. Adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist is one of the best in the business. It goes almost a mile without being engaged. If you step down to the Kia Telluride, it's going to be a little bit more of a firm ride. The sound deadening is a little bit less. Here you're getting acoustic windows for the front and the windscreen. Standard tri-climate control, larger screen, and navigation. Hyundai is going above and beyond, especially getting the digital rear view mirror. In motivation, it has it. It's one of the quicker vehicles in its segment. The steering is going to be a little bit more artificial. It will be a little bit more of a boat drive if you are turning the wheel at higher speeds. The only other con that I would note is this center cluster. I like how they have cleaned it up, just like I was saying on the interior. I'm not a big fan of the push button to put it into gear or reverse. I like the touchpad. It cleans up the space, and they didn't go all gloss black, so it makes it a little bit less where you're going to be cleaning it all the time. So they have thought about the owner of this vehicle in the long haul and giving you all of these amenities at a fraction of the price of anything that's in the rival perspective. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise website and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank Brandon Hyundai for giving us this 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy for our car review.